I don't understand how you will call somebody, then they will call you back a week after, or reply you 3 days after. I'm like, I was busy. Eh?
Yeah, that busy, that thing is a lie. I mean,
Huh?
you can be busy. I know we're all busy. Like, work can make you busy. But like,
Mm-hmm.
when a guy tells you, "Oh, I didn't call you for like a week because I was busy," girl, run.
I beg you, go home and tell my grandfather I am safe. No,
Take
where are
your
you
off
going?
your dollar slipper. Anyway, I'll wear that because I'm like, what do you mean you're busy? Because even if you're busy, you can just like, hey, I'm busy. I'll call
Just
you
make
back
out
soon. Like
time.
so they're just saying that people that care about you, they free their time to talk to you,
Yeah,
and if they don't, they talk to you in their free time.
yeah,
Now let that sink in.
yeah.
Hi, Love Tribe. Welcome to another episode of Mind Over Matter. Today, I have a special guest. So, this special guest happens to be my sister-in-law. One of the funny things, she's also my friend because I've been friends since high school. But that's the story from that day, anyway. Please welcome Miriam.
Hi everyone. I'm so glad to be here today. Thank you so much for
Oh,
having me
we're
on
happy
your
to have you.
channel.
Yes,
And it's lovely to
honey.
meet the Love Tribe. Like she said, my name is Mariam,
Yeah.
friend and sister-in-law to your wonderful host. And yes, I'm happy to be here today. So we can learn and learn
Yeah.
together.
Thank you for joining us. So, we have an interesting fact today. So, did you know that cows have best friends? And when they are separated from their best friends, they get stressed.
Huh.
Like, I'm
I
like,
mean, we as humans, do we even do that?
as in, like, oh my God, but that's so cute.
I've never heard about that before. That's. I mean, I'd love to see that for sure. That's surprising.
So, I'm going to buy cows for you.
I mean, we see like cows everywhere, especially back home in Nigeria and all of that.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to see, but yeah,
Maybe
that's
they're
just
separated
weird.
and they now start getting lean or something. I'm not so
I
sure.
wonder what stress is like for cows. Are they going to be like running all over the
I
place?
think they're probably not going to be eaten.
Or maybe they won't like produce
Enough
milk.
for milk. Yeah.
That's
And they
funny.
turn them to meat. I don't know. But I mean, that's why like podcast the place for you to learn new things because they're like, oh, I don't know. But I mean, now you know. So don't separate the cows. You know. So today's topic, we're talking about 7 signs he's really not into you.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I know there's some we ladies we know now. Now it's like you say, maybe he's like me, maybe it's just because he's busy. Don't worry, don't stress your head. Today we will set everything on the table. Understand? So, for you, what do you think when it comes to dating or knowing when a guy likes you? The signs to that you say, okay, this guy, is really not into me. I know our guts really tell us this guy doesn't like you, but you will still be giving the guy one chance. When you can see the flag is color red. In fact, ox blood
Very
red.
red.
But you say
Deep
that's
red.
the favorite color.
The reddest of the reddest.
So for you, what has been your experience so far? Like when it comes to, I mean, you're married, I know, but like then when you were single.
So it's a very tricky question in my opinion because like you can't really, you're not in someone's mind, so you can't really tell what they're thinking or how they really feel about you. You can only guess. So I mean, in my opinion, I would say, if I feel like a guy isn't really into me, I could tell from the way he communicates. So when I say communicate, it's because in relationships, communication is key to any kind of relationship,
100%.
be it marriage, be it friendship, at workplace, wherever you are, whatever relationship you find yourself in, communication is key. And that's because, the way you communicate with someone really determines the end result.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if the guy is not talking to me, like calling each other, I mean, I'm not saying we should talk every day. I'm not jobless. So, I mean, once in a while, call me, I mean, maybe once a day or something. Call me, text me. I want to hear about your day, just things like that. Just being able to like talk to someone as if the person is your friend, person is there and is ready to talk to you and not just like ignoring your calls, or maybe when you call the person never like calls you back. I've been in that situation where, the guy would call me and I won't speak, or he would text me and I won't answer him. And I wasn't interested in him. And that was the reason. So yeah, I would say communication is key. So if the guy doesn't really communicate with you,
that's a sign,
maybe
right?
he's just not into you.
He is not because okay. So if suddenly I'm busy, just forget about it. If I better call you a week after or message a week after at 1 a.m. Are you up? Sup?
Anyone who cares about you would definitely make time for you.
Prioritize,
Even if it's a 1 minute call or just to even text you, just to check on how you're doing, they'll do that. Being busy is never really an excuse. I mean, doctors are busy, but they call their families.
Exactly. So at least that's, you know where you're standing. So number one is communication. If not communicating with you, forget about it. I don't want to hear I'm not the calling type. I'm not the chatting type. I beg me to go rest because I know the person on their phone, probably on social media. So this one a story.
Yes.
I would say when he keeps canceling plans, if people have made plans to see on Saturday, last minute, I'm not available. Something came up. Something always coming up every single time. Like, have you experienced that too? Or maybe you did it to someone. I'm sure you did it to somebody.
Okay, so about canceling plans last minute and all of that. The truth is, there are times life happens and there are unforeseen circumstances. So something could happen and the guy could call you and be like, oh, I have to cancel. It's totally fine. But it's a problem when it's an every time thing. Every date you have to do, it cancels last minute. Oh, I can't make it anymore. Why? I mean, if it was out there saving lives and then it couldn't make it, maybe every time he wants to see you, it's saving lives. That's fine. That's different because save the lives of many first before that one person you care about, right? In quotes. I don't mean it, but I mean the person you care about still matters. But
right.
I mean,
so what's your excuse that you don't have time every single time?
Even if no matter, I mean, you sleep, you eat, you might as well just make plans around your lunchtime, even if it means the person coming to your workplace, whatever makes you busy. So have lunch with you. That's something that just shows that you care.
Intentionality.
But if you just always cancel on the person, I mean, I would get tired. I would just move 100%. On with my life.
It doesn't care. Like a man that really likes a woman, you will see. They don't even need to tell you.
Yeah,
it's
obvious.
Yes, they will move mountains to get to that girl. So
you would find that the man is chasing you, and you're not the one chasing the man. So that's you would just know. So him canceling out on you just shows that you're probably the one who wants to. You are in that relationship.
You're not forcing everything.
Alone. Yeah, you don't have to force it. So
you're not important.
Things like that. Yeah,
I agree with that.
So another point, that could help you know if a guy really is into you or not, is basically if he's interested in you, interested in knowing more about you. So when you meet someone, right, you don't just jump into, oh, I love this person. You want to know everything about the person. You want to, learn about this person. You want to know their likes. You want to know their dislikes. What's your favorite food? Just different. What you like to do. What are your hobbies? What do you do at work? You're just interested in everything that concerns them. And that's just love. That's just being interested in someone. Everything that matters to the person matters to you.
Yeah.
So if this guy is not asking about you, maybe when you go out, all he does is talk about himself. Or maybe just you guys are quiet on the table when you have dinner or something, no conversation, nothing. He just doesn't care, how many siblings or what do you, the little things, what you like. It's a very simple question. What do you like? What's your favorite food? Or where do you work? Tell me about what you do. If it's a person that just talks about himself, it's probably a self-centered man. And you want to run.
You know, it's the back door. So a man that cares about your dreams, your aspirations, everything about you, they're just there listening to you. Not that they don't talk about, oh, last week I did, last time and you're just okay. Yeah, give me the first one of your life, but you don't care to know about my side.
Yeah.
So the date is just about them alone, about what their plan is, and at the end of the day, it's just okay, it was nice meeting you. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
I mean, so you know when a man genuinely likes you.
I have not met one man that cared about a lady and did not care to know about her. So yeah, that's definitely one pointer.
Same way with giving. When a man say they like your man and they're not giving, I don't understand how that works. Because I'm
that's a story for another day. That's not even getting to that part, so they don't think we're materialistic.
No, but of course, both genders. As a woman, you have to give,
that's
right?
the thing. Some women don't. They expect to collect from the man.
No.
All those things that they talk about back in Nigeria about how girls Valentine's Day, it's just singlets and boxers. That's it. They give men.
Yoruba dancer.
Girls, you have to change.
And the man will do all those things.
It's the 21st century.
Yeah.
We're past all of that.
I believe we both like the man gives, the woman gives equally, right? But you
Agreed.
can't love someone and not give them. It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense. It really
Love
doesn't
is
make
giving.
sense. Yes.
So
So it's something natural. No matter how little it is, give, you know.
it's the thought that counts.
Even if it's a pen.
You might just like pens.
Another point or another tip I would say for you to look out for is if he doesn't talk about you to his family or his friends, nobody even knows you, literally.
And you don't know anybody.
Exactly. You don't know any of his friends. You don't know anybody. You're like, can I talk to your sister? Can I talk? No, it's not never. Just know that he's not serious about you. Yeah, that's maybe I don't know if he's a side chick or I don't know whatever.
The main chick probably knows everyone.
Exactly. They don't know you. So and he's not interested in at least any man that likes a woman wants to show her off, wants to this is my no, but he's trying to hold you like palliative, you know.
Yeah, so men have an ego, and one thing that actually rubs their ego is, you know, having like a beautiful woman with them, you know, someone they care about, someone they can actually take out and, you know, that's presentable, that they can take out to the world and be like, this is my woman, you know, that's that nature of like, this is mine.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if the guy in question, all he does ever is meet you in his house, you guys don't go anywhere together, you've never met his friends, he doesn't care to meet your friends, he doesn't get to meet any of your family or even speak to them on the phone, you don't even know anything about his family, or maybe see even some of his friends, I don't even trust them, because those people, that's how they'll be going, our wife. But it's a lie from the
you
pit
go
of
cook
hell.
rice, go cook everything.
So don't trust men with that one. But you would know when a man is not ashamed to take you out. You would know when a man wants to take you in public and hold your hands in public and not be worried that, oh, everybody's looking at me with this girl. You know, feeling somehow. No, you would definitely know. He's not afraid, he's not shy to show you off to the world when the situation appears. You know, when people are having conversations about their partners, he's not ashamed to say, oh, you know, my girlfriend or whatever.
Talks about
you easily in conversations. You just come in easily without having to think about it. Then you got a good man.
Yeah. If not, or the guy's on the phone. Oh yeah, trying to call with the guy and maybe his sister is there. Like, oh my god, my sister talks to her. Because like I don't understand. Well, I've been saying for like a year or two. I don't know anything. I don't even know your church. I don't even know anything. My sister.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah. So body language is very important. You have to pay attention to that. Because like she just said, he's on the phone, maybe he's talking to a family member or whatever. And you're like, you know, you could just randomly be like, oh, let me say hi. And it gives you some kind of vibe, you know, non-verbal communication. Just read the tone, read the room, read his body language, and just know your place, girl. You know, don't waste
this
time.
ain't your man.
Yeah.
It's probably someone else's man. I was saying, it's someone else's man. Don't disturb yourself.
Yeah.
Because the main girl, they know that one.
They know, and main girl, she knows herself. So if you're actually feeling like a side chick, girl, you just might be.
Always listen to your gut.
Yeah, listen to your gut. Okay, so another tip that you know a guy is not really into you is, you know, whenever you guys meet up, all he cares about is everything physical. So he just wants to touch. The touch part is the only part that he cares about. Yeah. You know, we have different love languages. So that touch part, that's all. He doesn't do any other part. But the touch part, number one.
Instead of enjoying.
So if you go on assuming that this guy actually likes you just because, you know, that touch language is there, maybe not. Maybe he's just lost in after you. Maybe he just likes what he sees. Maybe he just cares about the physical, you know, the physical attraction and all that. He doesn't care about anything about you.
He wants to chop and clean mouth.
Yeah. So so whenever you guys see, for instance, so maybe he always wants to see you in like behind closed doors just because he wants to, you know, do something sexual and all of that. Or whenever you guys see, the first thing he wants to do is, you know, he doesn't want to like have meaningful conversations with you. And you know, this is us going back to communication and him learning about you and things like that. But all he wants to do is just touch you, just take off your clothes.
Yes, I've arrived. They won't call you at 10 a.m. Are you available?
Yeah, you just might be a booty call.
Yeah.
Not,
that's the word.
You know, he doesn't really care about you.
He doesn't see in the day when everywhere is bright, where people can see people together. No, it's 10 a.m., 10 p.m. Sorry, in the evening. After a day house, so yeah, if you not carry yourself and go.
Yeah,
my sister.
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
So he has no plan to get married to you for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
So
and
Yeah, that's just it's the painful truth. But like not every time a guy, is I mean, it's okay to, have a guy that, is all, you know,
Physical touch.
obsessed, like, and he loves you. Like when he sees you, he just can't get his hands off you. But that's just one part of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the whole part of the relationship. So there's more to being in a relationship rather than just the physical part.
Yeah.
So you need to follow your guts, as she said
Mm-hmm.
before. Know that there's more to just physical touch, and yeah, follow your guts again.
Your mind is telling you, but you still be saying, no, I don't. I think he's just you making excuses for him. When your mind tell you, always listen to that little voice.
And maybe
Right.
even try something if you're still confused. How about you take away the sexual stuff and see how he reacts? Will it still stay, or is it gonna go?
Chaos.
One way to know.
On the final point, I would say he has no plans for you. You're asking this guy, what are we? He's saying we are pencils in the hands of the creators. That's what you guys are. Because why are you dating a lady? And you are telling me 5 years time when we started that. In fact, and she's 30 years old, or she's 28 or whatever. I don't even know.
And your biological clock is ticking.
Like, what do you mean in 5 years time? What kind of money do you say? I need to make more minutes. I need to, in my family, the other brother would like excuses upon excuses.
Yeah.
When a man loves you, he cannot wait to marry. Like, let's marry today. Let's just run away and get married, right?
Yeah, I agree. And I have a very good example to that.
Okay.
I know everyone talks about the fact that when a man knows, he knows. He knows from when he meets you. Like from
100%.
day one, he knows that this kind of woman I want, to be in my home. So my example, my now husband, I remember when we started off as friends and all of that. Then when we eventually started, I think we started dating maybe like 5 or 6 years down the line after we became friends. And then I remember it was not long we started dating, and we were both very young. And then I remember he told me, "Oh, that I'm ready to get married. I want to get married to you." And I'm like, "What's wrong with this one? That guy, you're young, I'm young. We're like testing the waters. What marriage? Like I'm not even about to do that." So he was ready, but I wasn't. And I was telling him that I said, you know what, I need to meet new people. I need to meet more people. And he told me, fine, like, go ahead, meet more people. It's so funny that, you know how they say girls are usually, they mature more than guys. And then our ages are not so far from each other. But notwithstanding, he had so much maturity in his speech. He was like, no problem, that go around. So it was like, go around, go and see what's outside.
It's like this actually go movie. I know how this story will end. I'm just guiding.
There's nothing outside. When you go, you will come back. There's nothing outside. The streets are not playing. Nothing on the streets.
Yeah.
So I remember, he told me that he wanted to get married to me. But it was funny because I can't remember how old I was at this time. Maybe 22. And I'm like, guys, no longer I finished university. I beg. I'm not even.
You want to enjoy your life.
So, but like at this early age, this guy knew what he wanted, right? And this was maybe 3 years before we got married.
Wow.
So he already knew, and all. And I think he had even told his mother about me, even before this time. He had told his mom about me that, I think his mom had asked him the question that, so if you wanted to get married, who would you, get married to? Like, give me 3 girls, that you would actually want to settle with. And I was in that number of 3 girls. So like he had always, I think when he met me, he just knew that this girl, this is someone, because he always tells me, when I ask him a question, that why did you want to marry me? He's like, I could tell that you would give me peace. And I'm like, so do I still feel like your peace right now?
Your peace of mind.
I don't know. I feel like I'm being violent right now. I don't feel like I'm your peace anymore. But he still says that you give me peace. I'm like, okay, if you say so.
That's so sweet.
So a guy always knows. Like, and guys know how to plan. And I mean, they don't have plan for any other thing, but you see that future part of like who to spend the rest of their life with. They don't play with it. A guy that is not ready to marry, he knows he's not ready to marry. He knows 100%. He's just playing about. Yes. He knows. And a guy who wants to settle with a woman, especially if they don't want to lose the woman, because if you don't want to marry that woman, someone else is gonna come and snatch her away. Because if you don't see the good in her, someone else will. And before you realize, it might be too late. And that was what I was telling my boyfriend at the time. I was like, you don't want to lose me, that you want to marry me, I'm not marrying.
And
you told me that I'm not marrying. I'm telling him. But funny, how life works out. Years after, we're married, It was even me, like, because he had told me, this 2016, I think, that he wanted to get married to me. Me in 2018, I tell him that I'm married to his dad.
Oh.
So, because like I knew he wanted to get married to me, so and I was one delaying it, so I just told him I was ready because I was ready at that time. I had really like seen the streets, and I'm like, all these
Nothing
men,
this straight.
their head is not
And he waited
correct.
for you to get
And
back,
he
because you know
waited.
you're going to
Yeah, he
come back to
waited. He
him.
did wait for me.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cute.
he really, I guess he really did like me.
I mean, when a man meets you, there is no harm. Within 3 months, he knows if he wants to marry. In fact, within 1 week, I think it's even 3 months, he knows if he wants to marry you or not. So if he's telling you that I'm still thinking about it, I'm still trying to know if you're my future wife.
What is it checking?
As in, I want to know.
Is it a
1 year,
microscope?
2 years, 3 years? Is this playing? Because I'm like, child.
Yeah,
Don't
that
vex
thing,
me
that
this
thing is
evening,
just
please.
is just a very invalid excuse to not settle because
Yeah.
there's nothing is checking. What is it checking?
There's nothing to see. You want to see your behavior. I don't want to see how angry you get. I'm not even sure. But a man that really loves you already knows from the first, they already knows this is someone.
I mean, let's not even jump the gun. So it's possible you meet this guy or this guy meets you and he just sees you and says, "Oh, this girl looks like white material and all that." I mean, he wants to take his time. He doesn't just want to jump into something he's going to regret. That's fine. That's okay. So he's getting to know you. Now, remember, he's getting to know you, not just like avoiding you. He's communicating with you. He's doing all these other things we've mentioned in the past because he wants to really know, is this person good for me? Can I actually sit with this person? Because you can't tell from the physical appearance, right?
Yeah.
You're looking, okay, that this person, you know, in the future years to come, am I going to still love you or am I going to want to divorce or be separated from this person? You can't really tell. I understand that, but like you have to think about the future and living with this person. Can you live with this person and things like that? So it's getting to know you and all of that, and that might take some time, but it shouldn't take too long because you don't want to
I
be
think within a year.
you don't want to be Lord of the Rings. You don't want to just
As
be
in-
there and the man will keep you there for years and then he's saying, I'm still checking. I'm still what? Nothing is checking, girl.
Nothing.
That situation should just run.
But let's say for more than 1 year, I don't know what's up. But let's maybe get a 20 or I don't even know you guys.
I remember my pastor in church that time would say 2 years for courtship. At least after 2 years at most, you guys should be
That's
should
the
get
end.
married.
There's
That's what
nothing
he said.
we should be doing
Yeah.
at that point. But I mean, this is been a beautiful conversation.
Yeah, for
I'm sure, sister, you already know if that man that is calling you right now by 12 midnight is just about you or not. Okay, we don't have to. I mean, you have discussed, and I hope you have learned a lot of things. Thank you so much for having this conversation with me. Before we go, we have a rapid fire question. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We're still on the rapid fire question. So, number 1, if you could speak all the languages in the world or communicate with animals, which one would you go with?
Oh boy, that's a tough one. Because like if I knew all the languages in the world, it'd be really nice when you go to like a new
Every
place,
country.
you can just communicate with the locals. You're not like confused. But then again, animals, it's important. But then again, so even if I could talk to a lion, can I tell him don't kill me?
Yes, now you're communicating.
And it won't kill me?
What if you look really hungry, girl? What if I will give you food? Don't worry.
I don't know. I mean, the animals thing, it's nice, but like, what could the animals really do for me? I mean, I'm not. It's not like I'm going to put myself in a situation where I need to speak to the animal and beg for my life. So I think I'll choose speaking all the languages in the world for sure. I feel like that's going to come in handy in many situations.
Very sure. Okay, good answer.
What would you do? I'm curious.
Yeah, same. I like to want to speak all the languages. German, is it?
German,
German, Chinese,
Spanish, French,
everything. You know,
other languages.
girl, I'll be all over the place, and you know, I mean,
it's so nice. It's such a flex to go
as
to
in
another country that you're not from
like,
and just
don't
speaking the
like, my
language
God.
fluently. Everyone's always so intrigued. So,
yeah, they're like, oh my
yeah,
God, one
yeah,
language.
it's
I see
nice.
people online. I think on TikTok, I'll see someone that's speaking like 7 languages. I'm like, oh my
There's
God.
this girl I was even watching today. She speaks Chinese. It's so fluent. She's a black girl. Like
it's always so cute. To see
anyone
those
that
kind of things.
like whenever she goes places and she speaks, we're always like surprised.
like, no
I mean,
way.
people are even always gossiping about her, and then she hears and she answers them, and
they're like,
oh, that's so cool.
Now I'm telling you, I really like to learn Chinese too. That's
it's hard now, but good luck.
So on number 2, if you were to go back in time, where would you go?
Okay, this one. if I could go back in time,
Mm-hmm.
I would go back to when during my NYSC, so just immediately after university, because I don't want to go to school a second time. No, thank you. So I feel like I did good with my school and all of that. So yeah, I think after university and like during NYC, I think I made some pretty bad decisions that I would like to take back if I could. So
No.
decisions I'm not gonna share with you guys. I
Of
know you're
course.
curious. But it's
So I
personal
want
to
the tea,
me.
honey.
So yeah, I would go back to that time if I could turn back the ends of time. What about
That's
you?
good. If I was going to go back any
Yeah.
other time. Ciao, I don't even know. I have many places to go.
Okay, so no time change for
You
you.
need to give me, go to this place now. I think for me, I wouldn't mind going back to my childhood.
Oh,
Though I do understand that if you go back in time, you make some changes, it might affect your present, right? And I don't want to
we see
change.
that we see that in movies. So
And I want my parents to remain like this.
yeah, it's possible if I went turn back the end of time, I might not be married to the guy I'm married.
Exactly.
To.
Like many things just like nah.
As life. I mean, what I'm talking about is going back in time and living through time again. I don't mind. I don't have to come back to today. I can start all over again from that time, and maybe have my memories still. Know what I know now.
Exactly. If I can remember,
Because if I don't have my memories, I might just make the same mistakes again.
Exactly.
So
my
we
memories,
just
I would like
go
to go back
Yeah.
to when I was in high school.
Ooh. I want to go through school all over again. Okay, this one likes book. So
No, not a library. Maybe I'll be first in class by that time, but I mean, probably that. Yeah. But thank you so much. It's been fun.
thank you.
It's a flex having my sister-in-law on the show. Okay. Hope you'll be back next time. But thank you so much for staying to the end of today's episode. If you're yet a part of the Love Tribe, make sure you subscribe, you send this video to your friends, like, and I will see you on the next episode.